A parcel of mass 2 kg is placed in a rough plane inclined at an angle alpha to the horizontal. So we have the horizontal and we have a parcel. So if this is our inclined plane at an angle alpha, now we have a parcel. Of mass 2 kilograms. So the mass of this parcel is always downwards, the weight acts downwards. So we need to note that its mass is 2 kilograms, meaning that the weight will be 2 newtons. So now sine alpha is 5/13. That is very important, that sine alpha is given by 5/13. So if I draw a triangle here, a right angled triangle. So sine alpha, if this is alpha, sine alpha is the opposite. This is 5/13, opposite over hypotenuse. So this is going to be, by Pythagoras theorem, this will be 12, meaning that our cos alpha will be adjacent over hypotenuse, 12/13. So that is also very important. Okay, so now let us see. We have the weight downward, but now we should note that the normal reaction is always perpendicular to the plane, and that is our normal reaction. Then here the force we need to apply is just sufficient to prevent the particle from sliding up. So the particle to move up, friction must act downwards. So this is the friction force. So the direction of the force, we don't know whether it should be also down or up, but you need to look for that force. The sign will tell you where the force is pointing. So let me take the force to be acting upward. So this force P, what we are certain of is that the friction force will act downward. Now the force is along the plane, because they are saying find the magnitude of the force P acting along the plane, which is just sufficient to prevent the particle from sliding up. So if the force is up, then the answer will be positive. The P will be positive. But if we work out and we get a negative, that means the direction of the force was meant to be in the other direction, down the plane. So let me take a P to be up. Then let us see the friction force. Here the friction force by all means must be acting downward, because we are applying a force to prevent the particle from sliding up. Going up, meaning friction will be acting downward. Okay, so let us see. Now the weight should be resolved. So now the weight component the vertical component of the weight, the component perpendicular to the plane, is this. So if this angle is alpha, this one is 90 minus alpha, so this is alpha. Now this is 90, so 90 minus alpha, so even this one is 90, so this is alpha. So the component of weight, which is balanced in the normal reaction, is 2g cos alpha. This side here is adjacent. Now this side is opposite to the angle here, alpha, so it will be sine. So 2g sine alpha. So this is the weight. It has got a component perpendicular to the plane and a component parallel to the plane. The plane is the one here. Okay, so from that, let us see. Let us look for P. So along the plane, we are going to resolve along or parallel to the plane and perpendicular to the plane. So parallel to the plane, I have P upwards. Then I have reaction force downward and this component of the weight downward. So our P will be equal to the sum of these two forces. The frictional force, friction is mu r, plus the 2g sine alpha. Then perpendicularly to the plane, we have r equal to 2g cos alpha. So if we are looking for P will be equal to mu, and the mu is known. The coefficient of friction is a third, so this is going to be a third times 2g times cos alpha is 12 out of 13, then plus 2g times sine alpha. Sine alpha is 5 over 13, so our P is going to be from the calc. So this gives us 13.5 to feel significant figures newtons. So since it is positive, it means that the direction now indicated is right. This is the force which prevents this parcel from sliding up. Now in the second part B, sliding down. Now when the parcel is sliding down, that means that here this friction force will now act upwards. So let us see in part B, if the parcel is to slide it down, friction force will act upward. So friction, we are sure that is acting upward. Now P, let me leave it in that direction, and I've said for P, if it is positive, it means the direction is right. If we get a negative, that means it was acting downward. So we shall focus on the magnitude of P. So let us see now what happens here when the parcel is sliding down. If the parcel is to slide, is at the point of sliding down, then friction force will act upward. Okay, so let us resolve. Now here I have F parallel to the plane, parallel or along the plane, we have F plus P. Balancing 2g sine alpha. So my P, because I'm looking for P, will be 2g sine alpha minus mu r. And now here r perpendicular to the plane, r is equal to 2g cos alpha. So P will be equal to 2g sine alpha minus a third, mu is a third. So r is going to be 2g cos alpha. So press the calculator. This is 2g. Sine alpha is 5/13, then minus a third times 2g, then cos alpha is 12/13. So let us find p. If it is positive, that means this direction is right. If it is negative, that means the direction we indicated was wrong, was in this direction. So we shall look at the magnitude. So let us find out that force from the calculator. So from the calculator we get 1.5 newtons. So you can see now it is a smaller force because even the friction force is acting, is preventing it from sliding down. So that is how we do this number. In case it was a negative, that means this force was meant to force down the plane, but now since we have a positive answer, we still have that force in the upward direction, up along the plane. Okay, so thank you.